I'd like to welcome up to the stage this lovely, strapping young man who looks like he just came from, I don't know, Aeropostale and some shit like that. Karl Williams Nov!
We're on your time still. Alright, how's everyone doing tonight? You still awake out there, everybody?
Yeah!
Cool. So, I'm glad you guys all came out tonight. You know, it's cool. We got a lot of local comedies. If it wasn't for you guys, you know, I couldn't get up here. I couldn't tell jokes. I couldn't be a comedian. And, you know, I just thank you guys for coming out. I'd like you guys to give a hand for everyone that's been up here tonight. They've been doing great. So. Alright, so I was at work the other day, and I work in this little tiny store called the Sunglass Hut, which is placed in a very large store that is called Macy's. And if you're not familiar, Macy's is a store designed by women, and you can tell this because every guy that comes in there looks like he's being dragged, like, take me back to Victoria's Secret! And you walk in and it's a woman wonderland, and there's fragrances and lipstick and makeup, and then there's jewelry, and then there's teenage girls running around in half of the appropriate clothes, and it's great. And I love working there because I have that red dot above my door. No, so it's nice to get a female perspective every once in a while. It's starting to get to that cold time of the year, and how's this go? All right, we're back. So I like to get a female perspective on things every once in a while, and it's nice working in Macy's for that aspect. We're getting colder now. And every guy knows that it's the time of the year that you walk up to the corner of the house and you're trying to get that part of your back that still itches, and you're just looking like a bear, and you're just crouching up and down on the corner trying to get that one spot that won't stop itching. You can't understand why you're itchy. And I finally figured it out, guys. I've been playing hockey this year, and my hockey gloves have been drying out my hands, so I walked up to one of the ladies and I was like, ladies, I'm having some trouble. I showed her my hands, and I was like, what do you think I should do about this? And they're like, oh, you need lotion. And I was like, apparently I missed that installment of Cosmo. And they're like, yeah, no, you need lotion. And I was like, I always think about women putting on lotion, and, you know, they start with the hands and rub it all around, and they work their way up the wrist. And then like 30 minutes later, they're rubbing it over their whole body, you know. And so I was like, sure, I'll take a little bit of lotion. I was like, just a little bit. And she's just... And I have a whole heaping mound of lotion, and I was like, okay. And I start to rub it in, you know, and clearly this is too much lotion for just my hands. And I'm starting to rub it in, and I start moving my way up the wrists and slightly up the forearms, and a half hour later, I'm naked in an aisle, just like rubbing it all over myself. Needless to say, I'm unemployed. And no, it's funny though. I work with a lot of women there, and I still don't understand them. And I've given up. I'm done doing relationships, ladies. I'm sorry. This is off the market for good. And you know, it's really your fault. You keep asking me stupid fucking questions like, I just want to know what's going on inside your head. And I was like, well, fuck. When I figure it out, I'll let you know. You know. But until then, just take a number. You know. And so I stopped dating women, and the biggest reason was like every time we go out, you know, it'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go get ready. You go get ready, and like I do what every man does, and I walk in my room and I find the first pair of jeans that I find lying on the floor that look pretty clean, and maybe throw on a button-down t-shirt and maybe a black sweater over top or something. I don't know. And then I'm waiting downstairs, and an hour and a half later she walks down in a half a pair of Daisy Dukes and a third of a youth-sized tank top that she got from Macy's. And she's like, how do I look? And I'm like, good? And that's clearly not the response she wants. And I know that because we're not dating anymore. No, and then she'll look at me and be like, that's what you're wearing? Really? And I'm like, well, I don't know if I can get away with showing that much skin. No, so it's very confusing, and I don't know. I'm sick of all the mind games, and every time you're done, it's just like every guy, you lose a little bit more self-confidence every time, you know, and this time I was like, no, dude, I'm coming back. I'm gonna go get fit, I'm gonna start working out, I'm gonna make this bitch remember me. She's gonna remember who she dropped. You know, so I was like, okay, well, let's settle down. First things first, I've never been to a gym. So I gotta go get the lay of the land here. You know, I gotta figure out what's going on. So I walk in, and almost immediately I realize that there's a lot of grunting going on in these places. I don't know if you've been there, but it's apparently what they do. And so I took notice, and I was walking around, and I took a few more notes of things, and I was like, all right, I'm ready to jump in. I'm ready to be a part of this community. And so I'm getting my pump on, I'm getting my sweat, you know, I'm working it up, and I'm utilizing the grunts. I'm really utilizing the grunts here, and this lady next to me, she's giving me these weird looks. And I'm like, man, what am I doing wrong here? So I was like, maybe I'm not doing it loud enough. So I'm starting to grunt a little bit louder, you know, and all of a sudden I'm just like getting these real deep ones, you know, and all of a sudden everyone's looking at me. And I'm like, well, maybe I just don't belong here, so I got the fuck off my stationary bike and I got out of there. Oh, I need a drink. Just 1 second.
What are you drinking?
I should have pre-opened that. You think they have someone on that? I keep thinking it's vodka, and it's not. I wish it was. No, how many smartphone owners do we have out here tonight? All right, got a few smartphoners out there. That's cool. I was with a BlackBerry the last 6 months, and it sucked. And I finally got back to the smartphone, and I was trying to decide which one to buy. And I got the. Can you guys hear me? Am I drifting in and out of this microphone? You guys good back there? In the back? Good. Mic check. So so I decided I was gonna get the iPhone 5, and I was like, that's pretty cool. It's a smartphone, you know. It's a newer smartphone. And I didn't realize how smart these phones were. It's like I'm getting into arguments with my phone now. It's like every Sunday morning, my phone is like, Carl, you have 5 players on your fantasy football bench projected to outscore your starters. And I'm like, no, smartphone, you clearly don't understand the scoring breakdown in our league. Because kick return yards are very beneficial, and I'm pretty desperate. No, so I was looking through the phones, and I was like, you know, iPhone's cool, it's got Siri. But I chose the English voice Siri because I wanted him to sound like that Jarvis guy from Iron Man, which is pretty funny. It was the closest thing to a celebrity I could get. And so I was thinking, I was like, well, wouldn't it be cool if I could get celebrities? You know, wouldn't it be cool if you could have a celebrity's voice as your iPhone Siri? And I was like, that'd be awesome, but who would I get? My first thought was like, you know, Sean Connery would be pretty cool. But I'm afraid he'd never get you where you needed to go. You know, you'd just be like, Siri, can you take me to the nearest open Taco Bell? Yes. But first, swing by a strip club and pick us up some. Be like, no, Siri, I just want to get some food and go home and chill. Sure, I understand. But first, let's go by the club and get some martinis. Shaken, but not stirred. No, so the second thought, you know, I was like, that would get annoying. So I was like, who else? And I was like, well, maybe Tom Hardy as Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. You guys familiar? Anybody familiar? Yeah? A couple? This is not going to go well. No, but it would be cool, but a little intimidating. You know, it'd be a time to go mobile phone. No, I'd be like, Siri, can you set my alarm for 6:15 a.m.? You think the smartphone is your ally? I was born before smartphones. I'm molded by it. had seen a nap, I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but games. And then you'd throw it across the room, scared as shit, you know? And you'd hear it over there. I was wondering what would break first, your mind or your screen? Now, I think my favorite, though, would have to be Christopher Walken. I don't think he'd ever know what was really going on, you know? He'd be like, Siri, I'm really lost. I don't know where I am. I need to get home. He'd be like, wow, who said that? Yeah, is that you? I can hear voices, but I can't see anyone. I'd be like, no, Siri, it's me, Karl. I told you could call me K-Money. And I'm very lost and I need your help. Wow, coming at me all wrong. It's the wrong tone. You do it again and I'll shut your phone off. No, Siri, please, I'm really lost. I just need some help. No, I don't wanna. That's all I have. As far as voices go, hold your horses, buddy. I still have some things I haven't touched that I would like to. It's on the public forum. No, religion is a crazy thing. I don't like it, but that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to have it. No, it's crazy, and I get it. I understand the concept, and like I understand why people go and stuff. It's faith or whatever, but it's like the longest biography ever written, you know? And I kind of already know how it ends. And it doesn't look good for that Jesus dude. And it wouldn't be that bad if people weren't trying to like shove it down your throat all the time and like they'll come up to you in random places. Like me and my friends were walking through Meyer the other night and these two guys walk up to us and like, hey, do you have a few seconds to talk about Jesus? And I was like, well, shit. If I don't, what's gonna happen? So I stayed and I listened and I heard him out. And the first guy I noticed, he's missing a few teeth, top and bottom, a little gangly looking, you know. And he's like, did any of you guys hurt your left knee recently? And I'm just like, do we look like we're on crutches? You shouldn't be so specific the next time you're trying to guess what's going on here. Apparently God was a little drunk when he was counting out your teeth. If you still have faith after that, then shit, I don't know, maybe I should pay attention. No, I just wanted to tell him, like, look, dude, the original Bible was written by a bunch of old rich Jews trying to get all their poor Jews just to follow in line and just follow the fucking rules, you know? That was all it was written about. And then Christians came along and gave it a spin-off, you know? It's like the Cleveland Show, but less popular. No, I got a couple. I'll leave you guys with a couple more here. Recently I came up with a joke about Malaysian Airlines, and it was very funny, but all of a sudden it just disappeared, and I couldn't find it anymore. But don't you worry, Traverse City, I came up with another one, but it's already been shot down. Speaking of airplanes, I've been coming up with my bucket list, because I'm 23. And you never know when it's going to end, so I'm trying to get all the shit that I can do now while I'm young out of the way. And, you know, the normals on there, scuba diving, playing basketball with Michael Jordan, you know, the typicals. And then, you know, skydiving's on there. And I was like, that'd be really cool, but pretty scary, you know? I'm like, well, what if shit goes wrong? What if my chute doesn't open? What if I shit myself? What am I gonna do? You know? And I was gonna do it. I was this, let me put that down, this fucking close to doing it. And then I heard the motto for the local skydiving company. We have a great success rate. Huh. Like, how great, bro? I want specifics. If you're gonna be throwing me out of a fucking plane, I would like 10 out of 10, maybe, you know? Thank you guys, that's my time. I appreciate your laughter.